But we're going to begin with Doug Richards, who was at the Capitol today following legislation that could expand Georgia's ban on the use of cell phones for students in public schools. Doug, where does this legislation stand right now?
Well, it got introduced in the last session, and it is having a committee hearing here in a few minutes. As you may remember, there was a bill that outlawed cell phones in schools leading up through middle school, up through grade 9, or excuse me, up through grade 8. That law got signed into law by Governor Kemp last year, takes effect this fall. But the sponsor of that bill went ahead, dropped another bill that's getting a hearing now that would expand that ban all the way through grade 12, Zach.
Now, Doug, the middle school bill banning the use of cell phones in middle schools, that's not in effect yet. How do the legislators say they know they want to extend this ban already?
Well, what the sponsor of the bill told me is that even though the bill is not effective yet, the law is not in effect yet, many schools around the state went ahead and administratively enacted the bans individually within individual school systems, reported back that after some questions and a little bit of resistance, that once their individual school bans went into effect, they were pretty effective, and that the disruption that school administrators saw from cell phones started to go down. The disciplinary issues went down, and it seemed like the parents and the students kind of became more accepting of it.
Doug, what are the lawmakers of Capitol saying right now, or are they anticipating any pushback to this effort?
Well, they are anticipating a little bit of pushback because there has always been some pushback, particularly from parents who have grown accustomed during the course of their children's young lives, of their children having cellular contact with them at all times, day and night. And then, during previous school years when the children have been able to possess cell phones in schools, when parents needed to get hold of them or needed to communicate with them quickly or needed to just talk to them about pickup times at the end of school, they were able to text them effectively and could expect to get communication back pretty much instantly. Now that would be curbed somewhat so that the students could still bring their cell phones to school, but they would not be able to use them during school. Instead, they'd be able to use them, however, after dismissal.
Doug, you've relayed the kind of perspective of some lawmakers, of parents, and some students. I wonder if you have picked up on any conversation about the mental health aspect of this legislation as well. There's been increasing research showing a lot of screen time for young people is not good for them. Are lawmakers, parents, school districts, are they considering that impact when they talk about this potential expansion of cell phone bans?
That's an argument I haven't heard much about, except we talked to a young lady today who is a college student who had a cell phone when she was in high school a couple of years ago, and said that the sort of grip that the cell phones had on students was pervasive. She didn't describe it as a mental health issue, but she did sort of describe it as a cultural issue, and one that really, that in order to eliminate cell phones from schools, it would require not just, the mere administrative removal of cell phones out of sight from classrooms, but that it also would require a change of mindset that she thought was far overdue because cell phones had become such a distraction in classrooms. And I don't think that exactly addresses the mental health question that you're asking, but it all seems to be part of the equation here.
All right, Doug, it looks like things are getting busy behind you. I know you're going to duck into that hearing. We're going to let you go. Doug Richards, thank you very much.
See you later, Zach.